Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back into another new video. It's me, your boy Team, and today I am actually not going to be playing Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. I am going to be, as you guys saw from the title, today I am going to be ranking the top 5 hardest velo ghosts that I faced. And so recently, I actually beat all velo ghosts and proved it, well, except for Retro Stadium, proved that you guys can see all the 3 stars. And today I'm going to be telling you the hardest ones. Of course, except for Retro Stadium, I don't really want to do it. So yeah, today I'm going to be doing the top 5 hardest velo ghosts. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy. And let's get started, shall we? Alright, so number 5, Gingerbread Joy, right? To be honest, I love this track a lot. It's such a fun track. It's so good. I like it. But the only problem that made it hard and on this list, jelly box and the shortcut, the first shortcut, the godforsaken shortcut. Like, it's so hard. Like, well, first of all, it's an awkward shortcut, and the track is really narrow. It's kind of like Clockwork Wumpa. Have lots of edges that you have to do mini U-turns to even pass them. So, and especially this part that you can see from here is kind of like the Clockwork Wumpa, but this part is actually easier than the Clockwork Wumpa part because the Clockwork Wumpa has the little gear that squishes you. This does not. This has a wall that has a huge hit marker that can literally make you bump into nothing. That's why I would rather go through the middle first and then start to hug the wall gradually before hitting that snow part at the beginning. Yeah. And the only reason, as I said, is because of the shortcut. First of all, the shortcut, it's under a ramp. If your character head bumps into the ramp, you lose all your speed. And also, if you jump way too far, there's an invisible wall right above the little fence that makes you fail the shortcut, and that pushes you back, and that's so annoying when that happens. And surprisingly, I beat Oxide's time without even using the shortcut. I don't know why. I don't know how, I mean. But of course for Velo's time I had to hold flame and do the shortcut, of course. Oh well. Yeah, and the jelly blocks, they hit me twice because they have a huge hit marker, and they think more. And yeah, that's number 5, Gingerbread Joy, right? Alright, so now number 4, Papu's Pyramid, and not only Papu's Pyramid, but Clockwork Wumpa as well. Those 2 tracks, they are tied, because Papu's Pyramid, I would say it's harder than Clockwork Wumpa, because Papu's Pyramid is so hard to hold your flame on it. Like, I swear, it's so annoying. And also the spiral bit at the beginning, the little pyramid, when you have to go through the pyramid, it's so hard. And yeah. And for Clockwork Wumpa, it's the same thing. It's so hard to hold your blue flame because reserve management is kind of not really controlled. You have to drift everywhere, and yeah, that's where they are on. And number 4. Alright, so number 3, we have Oxide Station and Hyperspaceway. Those 2 tracks, I hate Oxide Station. The second least favorite track in the whole entire game, of course, after Dragon Rise. Yeah, I just don't like the track, and that's why the velo ghost was hard on it, because I just hate the track. And for Hyperspaceway, the only reason is that at the beginning when you get the super blue flame after the tube part and then you go through the portal, it's as if you get a speed ghost. I don't know how, because you just go speedy Gonzalez through the thing, and it's really tight, and you can hit the walls, and you have to drift after 2 seconds, and if you do that, your reserve might be gone, and then Velo's just gonna pass through you, beside you, and everything. The only reason that made Oxide Station harder than actually, Hyperspace was harder than Oxide Station. Let me talk about Oxide Station. Oxide Station is really awkward track. You have to U-turn everywhere, holding flame. The reserve managements are actually controlled on this track. You don't have to drift everywhere like Clockwork Wumpa or Papu's Pyramid, or what is it called? What's the track? Or Hyperspaceway. Yeah, that's the only advantage about it. And also because the track is kind of weird. It's really narrow. Yeah. Now look at the list. It's kind of like hardest tracks to keep your reserves on. Right. So number 2, Out of Time. And everyone expected this to be on the list, of course. Well, Out of Time is a tough track. First of all, because you have to hold flame after you get to that third shortcut. The first shortcut is the one that you got after the bump, and then you go through the same. And then the second shortcut is the fence shortcut, and then the third shortcut is what it's called. What is it called? The thing that after you get out of the clock tower and then you go over the same. That one. Yeah, you have to hold your sacred flame out after that. Your sacred fire after that. Until you reach the blue flame. After you reach blue flame, you have to keep it until this bit. Also, the Viperian said that the way that you can keep blue flame is but obviously I can't do that against MP. You have to drift and don't jump. No, drift over the shortcut and you're gonna go over it because you have because you have blue flame. Blue flame, that you actually get super blue flame at the last turbo pad. Not B-word the blue fire like in Thunderstruck, the last one. Oh well, yeah, and the reason that makes this hard is the attempts. You just fumble right at the beginning. You try to hit the crate, you try to smash it, but then you just miss it. Or the ramp does not give you sacred flame, sacred fire. That literally happened a lot. Yeah, and this took me about 35 attempts. Yeah, I forgot to say the attempt counter for me. Okay, so Gingerbread Joy took me about 47 attempts. Hyperspaceway took me 29 attempts. Call for Compass took me 20 attempts. Papu's Pyramid took me 27 attempts. Here's Papu's Pyramid. Yeah, here it is. And Oxide Station took me about 37 attempts. And for number 1, DSD, Deep Sea Driving. Frick this track. Well, actually no, I love this track. This track is amazing. But the only reason that makes it hard, the damn fans. I did not use the velo ghost guide on it because I hate turn engine. I just used the depth time go straight away. And honestly, using speed on this track is key, straight up key. That's why. Okay, I know why his time is 5 seconds faster, because I hit the fan right at the end, right on the third lap. Velo messes up on the second and third lap, but the first lap is the lap that you need to be ahead of Velo. Velo does not hug the wall before you go into the tube, and also tube physics, and mate, this track is just hard. Yeah, the only good thing that every turbo pad is blue flame except for some. But the only bad thing that some of them are B-word blue fire, as what Wolfie calls them. They're not super blue flame or good blue flame. They're slow blue flame. Yeah, and that was my list. Oh yeah, Deep Sea Driving took me about 19 attempts. It took the least out of all those tracks, but it's a little RNG. If I did not mess up on the first and second lap, who knew how long it would have taken me more than 19 attempts. Oh well, and that was my list. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. There are definitely tracks that I did first attempt. Electron Avenue, Android Alley, Jungle Boogie, Coco Park, and many more. Yeah, and those were the hardest tracks. Honorable mentions, I don't know, no honorable mentions actually. Actually, Spire Circa and Nina's Nightmare, they are honorable mentions, and Twilight Tour. Those are probably one of the hardest ones. Twilight Tour took me an hour on stream, and then I just rage quit. Then I tried again off stream. I completed first attempt. Like, I was taking the piss there. Literally, Spire Circuit, it's only hard because it's so hard to keep your sacred flame. Reserve managements are literally just like hyperspace, so you have to drift everywhere. And Nina's Nightmare, mate, this is my least favorite Grand Prix track. Like, it used to be on top until I replayed it. I just realized how bad this track is. No offense to whoever loves it, sorry, but I hate it, okay? And But yeah, well, I just realized that Nina's nightmare is pumpkins and the graveyard and pumpkins vomiting. I mean, graveyards and her school, Academy of Evil. But why she's evil? She has to like her school because it's about evilness. Oh, well, I don't care. But yeah, those are the 3 honorable mentions. Mega Mix Mania, it was not hard. I almost did it first attempt, but I had to jinx myself. Oh well, but it's not in the list though. It's not an honorable mention. It was not that as tough as the ones that I said. Yeah, and also the fence shortcut on this track is also kind of annoying. And Velo himself, because he holds flame around the whole thing. Also, whoever wants to take the shortcut against the dev times, do it. Do it. The door, the gate. I mean, the gate door. At the beginning, it does not have a hit marker, so you can just go through it and go to the shortcut. Hopefully Wumpa Lewis watches this video, but that's a tip, because I remember when he was doing Nina's Nightmare and he was like, oh my god, I almost smashed into the wall. No, you wouldn't. You would have went straight through the wall, because it does not have a hit marker. Yeah, and those were the 5 hardest tracks. Well, not 5, there were some ties and some honorable mentions. Oh well, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss out on anything new. And see you guys next time. Peace.